Hey, how's it going? I hope that everyone is having a wonderful day. Today is Friday, December 6th. It's about 2:40 p.m. Actually had a short day at work today. Actually got out at 11 o'clock, which was kind of weird, especially on a Friday. But I'm going to complain about it. Yeah, I'll take them when I can get them. Because, especially once it warms up, which, I mean, we got a couple months before that, but, once we get into towards the end of March or so, I'll be working probably 15, 16-hour days, Monday through Friday, which I won't be complaining about that either. I mean, I do complain about it a little bit in jest, in the moment. I'm saying, oh, I got a long day, blah, blah. But at the end, at the end of the week, and especially when we get close to payday, I'm thankful I'm able to work long days like that, and that the owners are okay with me getting 20 or 30 hours of overtime, because it definitely helps pay the bills and keep a little bit of money in my pocket for gas and groceries, and just maybe actually go out and just enjoy some life once in a while. Doesn't happen very often, but the little tastes I get, they're actually pretty nice. This whole living thing, some people do, like on a regular basis. They go out and actually enjoy themselves. Eventually, one day, maybe when I retire, I'll be able to do that. I'll be able to go out and just from dusk till dawn, I'll be able to really enjoy myself doing the things I just want to do, not that I have to do. But in the meantime, I'll work like I do and pay the bills, and I still love life. Still love life. And that's what I say to you. Anybody out there, no matter where you are in life, no matter what you got going on, and I know at times it can seem almost impossible to smile and to have hope and to find something good. But don't let it beat you down. Go out of your way to find one thing every day, even if it's just for a few moments. Find one thing every day to smile about, and just to let you escape and enjoy life. Because if you learn to do that for even just a couple minutes, and you keep doing that, then over time you'll find that the bad things, the negative things, no matter how bad they are, you'll find that you can handle it. I have faith in you. So do that just a little bit, every one, as I say, one step at a time, one foot in front of the other, and eventually you will you'll get to where you need to be. All right. Before we get totally off track, because we know that I do that. We know that. I'm just going to dive in. I'm not going to ramble on anymore. You might have seen a video that I just did. Well, I did it the other day, but I think it was probably the video right before this one, where I had talked about kind of a. Actually, no, it would have been like 2 videos ago. Where it was basically, my plan for the video was to talk about something and then open up some grail boxes, but the first thing I was talking about ran longer than I had intended. So I just made a video of that. And it was basically where I was talking about some Funko Pops I ordered through Walmart, but were fulfilled by a third party. And when I got them, it turned out to be, after I did some investigation, they turned out to be fake. Counterfeit, fraudulent, however you want to put it. I said in that video, and I'll say it again, I have no issue with Walmart. I know Walmart, because of the way they operate, especially their websites, and they do allow a lot of these smaller companies and stuff that don't have access to a big website to where everything's run smooth, and all the credit card transactions are handled, all this different stuff. But they still want to get to that base out there to make sales. So they go through Walmart or Amazon, or I don't know whether like Target, or a lot of different retailers actually do that now. And unfortunately, probably because of the number of ones that they get, they can't, critique every one of them and every product that person or that company might be selling with a fine-tooth comb. That would just take too much manpower and too much time. But they probably do rely on people. Unfortunately, you hate to see it come on the back end of it, but they probably do rely on people, the consumers, to let them know if something isn't right, and then they can deal with it. And it's one of those things that maybe some people have to kind of pay the price, if you will, to help others so that they don't. And again, I also want to say the company, which I mentioned in that video. If you want to know their name, I did mention their name in the first video I did. I'm not going to say it again here. It's possible that they're not even aware that these pops, because they probably actually bought them from someplace else. I mean, I would imagine if they're not a smaller company, unless they are intentionally doing it, in other words, intentionally producing fake stuff themselves, which I don't know. I'm just saying that's the only way I can imagine that they would knowingly sell. I mean, it's got to be one of those two things. Either one, a person or a company just does not know that what they bought and in turn are reselling is an actual counterfeit item. Or two, they know and they're doing it intentionally because they're trying to capitalize on the want for that particular product. But I don't know in this case. I don't know what it is. I'd like to lean and think that they weren't aware of it. Although looking at some of the reviews, because I went back and read some of the reviews on Walmart, and there have been a number of people before me that, at least in reviews on the actual product page, had called out the same thing. So, I don't know. As of right now, it looks like I'm holding on to all the pops. That's what I'm going to do here right now in this video. I'm going to show you one of those pops, and then I'm also going to open up another little box I got today that I know what it is, but we'll say that for a minute. It's not a Funko Pop. So these kind of two unrelated things, but they'll go nicely to make this video. So let's just I'm going to show you the pops. I actually pulled out the one that was actually damaged. The other ones, the other five, like I said, the pops themselves look, good. If you were somebody, let's put it this way, if you were somebody that was looking for this particular character, and especially if you were, say, an out-of-a-box pop collector, or if you were just a fan, maybe you're not even a Funko Pop collector, maybe you're just a fan of this particular franchise, series, and you just want the figure, not the box or anything, but just the figure, just because you're a fan of that particular anime, then this would be fine, because they actually look pretty decent. I mean, if somebody, for the uninitiated, the people that don't actually collect Funko Pops, they probably wouldn't have noticed the differences I did, and they wouldn't have investigated like I did. So, in and of themselves, they're okay for what they are, but the fact is they're not genuine Funko Pops. And if I'm going to sell stuff, I want it to be the genuine article. So these I'm not going to sell. What I might do is I might just take them out of the boxes. Like I said, right now I'm holding on to them. Because the last word I heard from Walmart was when I filled out for a return on them, they basically came back and said I needed to call Walmart about my return. It couldn't be processed at this time. Then, like 15 seconds later, I got an email and a text message saying that my return had been initiated and that I should see a refund within 10 business days to the credit card I used. So I'm going to hold on to them, and apparently it also said there was no need for me to return the items. which is kind of good because if I was to return them to that company again, not laying blame on the company, but if I was to return them to the company, who's to say they just wouldn't be sold to somebody else? But yeah, as of right now, I'm kind of waiting to see if I get anything in my email or an inquiry or whatever about sending them back. If I do, then obviously, yeah, I still got them in the like the poly bag mailer that they came in. I'll put the one I'm going to show you back in and send them on the way. But if I don't hear anything, then yeah, I mean, I'll just have 6 of these that I can't sell because I wouldn't feel right doing it. But maybe if I know people that like this character and they just want it, again, I won't give it to them in the box because I don't want to take the risk of them taking it and then trying to sell it as an authentic thing. But out of the box, that would greatly diminish the value if they tried to do that. But I'll keep that plastic wrap on there. I'm going to take it out of the protector, but here we go. This is the pop that I ordered. I ordered this because I saw, I'm not sure whether it's Franchise Kicks or there's a number of people on Facebook that I watch, and they do a lot of Funko Pops and stuff like that. But somebody had gotten one of these in one of their mystery boxes, and when they scanned it, it came in at like $45 or something like that. But the Funko app said it was still available. So I thought, well, if it's available, maybe I should look around and see if there's like a retailer somewhere that, probably not in store, but a retailer that has them on their website, and then I'll buy some, at retail price, and then I'll just hold on to them, because if they're going for $45 now, next year they might be substantially higher. And I mean, that's the way business works. You buy stuff, especially stuff that you think may go up in value or may, from a collector's standpoint, in business, you want to look for stuff that's going to accrue in value, so that down the road, when you do sell it, you can actually make a good profit off of it, as opposed to just like a retail store merchandise. They don't buy stuff based on what they think is going to, if it's going to become a collector's item. Walmart doesn't think about, the stuff you see on their shelves isn't priced as though it's a collector's item. If that was the case, you would go in and you'd find Funko Pops and stuff in there that are priced well over retail. Because some of them, when they first come out, are actually going for more than $15, which you normally pay at Walmart. But yeah, so that was my plan. So I ordered 6 of them, and when it came, actually this one's not the damaged one. I pulled out one of the other ones. This one's got a small little thing there. They basically had these. They got them in these real flimsy little non-branded protectors, which really don't do squat. They had them in these little bubble mailer bags, which is decent. Okay, I'll give them credit there. But then they were all 6 of them were just in a larger like white mailer bag like this, and that's how they were shipped. There are some stores that do that. There are some actual like franchise stores. We won't mention any names. If anybody collects Funko Pops and has ordered from those stores knows the ones I'm talking about. Thankfully, the 2 that spring to mind right off the top of my head, I've seen here lately, they've kind of shied away from doing that. I think because a lot of people were wanting to return items or basically ream their butts in reviews and stuff because they were getting their pops damaged. And most people, I'd say 90% of the people out there that buy Funko Pops are not buying them, for their kids to take out and play with. They're taking them, as just a display item, as a collectible. You don't want them damaged. All right, so that's how they were shipped. And then when I first looked at it, not so much from the front, but because I was checking damage. Because like I said, the first one I pulled out, I could see was damaged. I mean, even the prop protector was damaged. I could tell that the box underneath had gotten damaged. It had taken a big impact. So I took it out of the pop protector and was looking at it, and I just kind of thought, these colors just seem, it almost seems faded. I mean, you can tell, you probably can't tell on camera, but if you look close, you can tell it's not faded. It looks faded at first glance, but it's faded. It's just as though they weren't actually, so it's not like light was hitting it and faded the colors. It's like this was how it was actually printed to begin with. So, I was looking, obviously, like I said, the one I initially looked at, I seen it had a lot of damage. Some of it I thought I could probably work out because it was basically just the box. The pop itself looked okay. And then, of course, I go to look at the bottom. And I'm not going to say anything. Y'all take a good look at the bottom and see if you notice, especially there's one thing, especially that should jump out to anybody that's a collector of Funko Pops. Guesses? Anybody? Yeah, I imagine a few of them. A few of you, if not all of you, are pointing it out just like that. There's no date. There's no sticker. There's no printing, because a lot of the Funko Pops now, instead of that white sticker with the manufacturer date or serial number printed on it, they actually print that date when they do all this other printing, and it's normally like right down in here somewhere. Or it's actually imprinted with like a, I don't want to say a stencil, but like a typewriter key. That's how a typewriter works. It flips up and it's got the little, basically like 3D letter, and that's when it hits and it transfers the ink that way. But, so like that, but it actually makes a little like divot, if you will, in the date on the bottom of the box, which sometimes are hard to see. You sometimes have to really, move them around in the light to see it. But, if I do that here, if you look close, I'll try to get it close, see if it'll focus. And, yeah, no date whatsoever. So that was the first big red flag. And then, that's when I took it out of the box. I'm not going to take it out right now because this, like I said, this ain't the damaged one. But then I really got to looking, and then I went ahead and pulled up some on like Mercari, ones that people were selling. And the one thing I noticed is that all of them looked similar, but two differences I noticed right off the bat was, one, that the belt on this one is a dark purple, where all the other ones, it was more of like a maroon or a pinkish, more pink than purple. Second thing I noticed was right here. That little white border between the graphics and the window on all the authentic Pops was noticeably bigger. It was closer to how wide this one is on the inside. So that's when I decided that I should really do some investigation. So I did. And the more and more I looked, I kind of determined on my own that these were, in fact, fakes. Most people that I've read have said right from the get-go that if it doesn't have a date on it in some way, shape, or form, it's almost a given that it's a fake. Now, I don't know. Comment down below if you know for sure whether there have been Pops over the years, maybe when they were first coming out, that didn't have dates on them. I don't know. Because, I have seen other Pops that didn't have dates on them. But, of course, some of those might have been, maybe they had the sticker date. And then that just somehow came off, which is certainly a possibility, because I mean those are just stickers and these are like gloss, a gloss surface. It probably doesn't happen very often, but I imagine, I mean, under the right conditions, a sticker could peel off, just like sometimes the exclusive stickers on the front will peel off. But yeah, and then I mean, just overall, the more and more I looked at it, like I said, the damaged one I took out and actually looked at the pop itself. And to their credit, the pop itself on the bottom, it did have the little Funko copyright, and then the other foot had like some of it had like the I think like the Funimation like trademark thing, but again, it didn't have like a date. You know, I looked up around the pop's neck, because sometimes they print it on like on the bottom of the curved part of its head in white lettering. They'll print the actual manufacture date. Nothing. Yeah, so that's when I decided, you know what, I'm gonna try to do a return, see if I can get my money back. And then again, it went through with Walmart. First they said I'd have to call them about it, and then now it's just pending. Apparently I'm going to be able to just keep these. I'm not going to do anything with them. I mean, if I have friends that really like One Piece and they're interested in them, I'll be happy to take it out of the box and just give them, if they just want it because they're a fan of the show and they want this pop, even though it's not a genuine one. If they just want the pop, I'll take it out of the box, I'll toss the box, and I'll just give them the pop. Otherwise, you know what, I'll just keep them, and you know, I don't know, maybe if nothing else, maybe I'll take it out and I could always maybe do a repaint on it myself and make it into something else. I don't know, but I got 6 of them, so we'll see. But yeah, I'm not going to sell them at any price, even if somebody offered me 25 cents for one. No, I'm not going to. I run a business, and I pride myself on selling quality products, genuine products at a fair price, and I'm not going to have you know, something like this tarnish my reputation. So anyway, all right, video's running long, so real quick, I'm just going to open this box up. We're going to breeze right through it. This is a book that I ordered from Premiere Collectibles. I'll have a link down below to Premiere Collectibles. They deal specifically in autographed books. They set up to release, along with, you know, other publishers, you know, people's books, whether they're works of fiction or nonfiction, or whether they're like a lot of autobiographies or biographies of other people. And they do kind of their version. In other words, like maybe the slip cover, or you know, there's something that makes it unique to Premiere Collectibles in the overall book. But then, of course, it's autographed. And I saw this, and I thought, this will be a good one to get, because, you know, I hope I'm wrong. I hope he's around for many, 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 many years to come. I don't even know how old the guy is. I'm guessing 70s, maybe. But I know the name. I don't know a lot about him, and I thought this would be a great way to learn about this particular individual, because he is we do hear a lot about him, especially here in the States, because he definitely, you know, the country he represents and so forth, we are allies with. But yeah, so I got this. When we'll have time to read it, I have no idea, but eventually I'll get around to it. But we have BB My Story by Benjamin Netanyahu. Of course, there's a certificate of authenticity from Premiere Collectibles, signed by the CEO, Dwayne Ward. And then, just find a place to set that for a second. And then here inside the front cover, you've got a book plate. It looks like he pretty much signs it with just like his initials. But I would imagine he probably signed a lot of stuff throughout the course of a day. Just, I mean, not just stuff like this, but in particular, just stuff with his, you know, his job, his position. Time is the old saying, time is money. I mean, not necessarily, you know, for people like political figures like that, but you know what I'm saying. You know, his time is precious because he's probably constantly, you know, he's an itinerary every day. So it probably just makes more sense just to sign initials, you know, a lot faster. But yeah, so here we go. And this was, I believe I paid $50 for this. Yeah. It's got $35. So the book itself, unsigned, sells for $35. But I got the autographed version, so it was $50. And I don't remember whether it was shipping or whether it was free shipping. But so there we go. So I will put that over in my library, and one day, might not be for a few more years, but one day I will get around to reading that. And if I'm still on YouTube, which I probably will be, but you know, if you're still around, if you're still a subscriber, if you're not a subscriber, subscribe. You'll enjoy yourself. You'll enjoy your stay here with just your Average Schmo. But come that time, if I get around to reading it, I'll let you know what I think of it. So, anyway, that's it. The video ran a little bit longer than usual. I apologize for that, but I definitely wanted to get and show that Funko Pop so that you all can be mindful, maybe learn a few things to look for yourself if you go to buy. Now, if you go to buy, say like a regular retailer like Walmart, Amazon, if you're buying a Funko Pop or another collectible from those websites, but it's actually being fulfilled by them. So it's an actual Amazon, you know, it's something that Amazon actually stocks and is shipping directly from them. And same with Walmart or any other big retailer. You can be pretty almost 100% positive that those are going to be authentic Funko Pops because they order them directly from Funko. But what I've learned from this, if you go to order something from one of those retailers, look and see who it's being fulfilled by first. And then maybe read some reviews on that particular product. If I would have done that to begin with, I probably wouldn't have spent the money. But hopefully, we'll find out here over the next 10 days whether I'm refunded for what I paid. Alright, that's it. As always, everybody look out for yourself and those around you so we all have a much better chance of staying safe and healthy. And I've got, alright, I'll tell you what, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 boxes here. So we got 5 videos. Although this bigger box right here at the bottom you can't see, it's like 4 or 5 different things from Insane Toy Shop. So that might actually be 2 videos. So I got like my 6 video and next 6 videos lined up. And I probably got another box coming tomorrow, I think. So make sure you're subscribed and come spend some time with me. See ya.